Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back. Excuse my sexiness, I just woke up a little bit ago, but I wanted to do a little bit of a video on getting microblading or ombre brows. So the difference between microblading and ombre is microblading looks more like a natural hair stroke, where ombre looks more penciled in and fuller. And if you've seen any of my videos, I really like a filled in brow. So that is what I'm going for. I'm getting that done tomorrow, and it takes about 30 days to get the full effect, plus you need a touch-up. So I'll kind of take you along throughout the month or two to show you how everything looks. But my goal is to get it filled in a little bit more in the arch and get more of a tail, especially on this side, and to definitely get the front part of my brows filled in a bit more. So I won't be able to take you with me in the process, but I will let you know how it went and keep you updated throughout the month. So I'm really excited, I'm really nervous, and we will see what it looks like. Okay, so I just got back from getting my ombre brows done, and I know they look pretty crazy and pretty dark, but I was told as they heal it will fade. It's just how it looks in the beginning. So for about the first 5 days they're gonna look too dark. Then as it heals, they're kind of gonna start flaking, and then once all the flaking peels off and heals, they should look good. And then I will need a touch up to probably just do the tails and do whatever little pieces need to be filled in. So overall the procedure wasn't really too bad. I had a numbing cream on for 30 minutes, and for about the first 75% I didn't feel anything. And the last 25% was just a little bit raw, but wasn't really terrible. If any of you have ever had a tattoo, it was like a fraction of that. Kind of how every time they rub the ink off it just feels a little bit raw. That's kind of how this felt. But overall I really like the shape. The lady did a really good job, and she spent a long time perfecting these brows. So I can't wait to see what they look like when they heal. I'll keep you guys updated. Alright everyone, I wanted to give you a bit of an update on my ombre brows. It has been 2 days since I've had them done. This is my current life situation. Not too bad if you ask me. Hi. I feel like they're looking darker, and maybe they're not, but for me they seem like a bit darker, and that is completely normal. So they're also pretty stiff. I'm not supposed to be touching them. So pretty much my only instructions right now are to wash my hands before putting the tiniest amount of Aquaphor on both of them, just to try to keep them hydrated. I think in about 2 or 3 more days they're gonna really start to flake up and flake off, and it's gonna look pretty bad, but they don't look too terrible right now. They're a little thicker than I normally do my brows, but the instructions say that your brows do look about 20 to 25% thicker than what it's gonna look like when it heals. So I will just keep you guys updated throughout this process. Hey guys, say hi Chloe. So it has been 7 days since I got my ombre brows done, and here's what we're looking at right now. So they are really scabbed, and as you can see, pieces of the front and tail has fallen off on both of my brows. And maybe you can see there's a tiny bit of color coming through on my skin. So today was the first day that I actually got to wash my brows. I was told to just take unscented antibacterial soap, do 1 swipe putting it on and 1 swipe taking it off, put the Aquaphor back on, and that is it. So just once a day now until these scabs completely fall off, I have to wash my brows. So I'm still supposed to keep them dry, not get them wet. So showering is kind of a 2-part system. I wash my face first, and how I do that is I wash the bottom of my face, and then I'll take the cleanser and put it on the top of my face, but then I have to take a wet face cloth and wipe off the facial cleanser. So that's kind of fun. But then showering, you know, obviously, you know, you want to try to keep your back to the water, but I found something really useful on the internet that I wanted to share with you guys, that if anybody gets this done, you should definitely look into this. So on Amazon for $14.99, you get what is called protective visors for your eyes and eyebrows. And it is a 100-pack, which is kind of ridiculous, but there was nothing else available on the internet. So I was like, screw it, I have to try it. I've invested all this money in my brows. What's another $15 to, you know, not get them wet? So what it is it's a little facial visor, and it has medical grade glue on it. Now that may be scary and you're thinking, oh my god, it's so sticky, it's never gonna come off. But it's actually like the right amount of stickiness. So you're basically just like pasting it here and on the sides. The only downfall of this is it does kind of touch your brows, so it takes a tiny bit of my Aquaphor off, but then I just have to put a tiny bit back on. It's no big deal. Totally worth getting these guys if you have a procedure like this done. So I know in these parts it's kind of really scary looking. There's like nothing there. I won't lie to you that last night I was about 10 to 20% paranoid that this was it, that the color just fell off and I wasn't going to get anything else. But between my post-op notes and everything that I've read online says that the color will come back. A lot of the color is in my dermal layer right now, and then it will rise to the epidermal layer, which is the top layer of your skin, as it is healing. So I will definitely give you guys an update with that to know if I've just completely lost the brows that I got put on, or am I getting something back. But I'm hoping that I'm not going to need so much of a touch-up, and that this will definitely take, because doing my brows every day just, it really takes a lot of time. Alright guys, I'll keep you updated. So I just wanted to give a very, very quick update. It has been 12 days since I got my brows done, and all the scabs have finally peeled off. So my only issue right now is I'm seeing like barely any pigmentation. It's mostly redness. But according to this sheet I got, day 10 through 15 my brows are gone. And it says day 15 through 30, hee oops, JK, they came back just a little patchy, and then I have to do touch-ups. So I will give another update when it's about 15 to 30 days after I've had them done to let you know if they came back. So it has been about 3 weeks since I had my ombre brows done. I'm all healed, scabbed, the scabs have peeled off, and my color has come in. So I'm hoping that it's still gonna come in a bit darker, because I still do need to use eyebrow makeup to kind of fill it in. Not nearly as much, like maybe a quarter of the amount I used to use, kind of just to make it all even. But I have a touch-up in 2 weeks, so we will see what it looks like when that is all healed. But I'm super excited so far with how my brows have come out. Okay, so this is my last check-in. My husband is in the background messing with his 3D printer. So I have had my touch-up done 3 weeks ago, and the color has developed. It's still developing, but I feel like I'm at a pretty good endpoint right now. It's still not the best, especially in the tails. This one seems a little bit more filled in. So if I'm going anywhere, or if I just want my brows to be completely perfect, I use a tiny bit of the Anastasia brow pomade. I literally just dip in with the brush, kind of fill in that tail a little bit. Sometimes I'll just make a nice line underneath here, just blend it through, and that is it. That is my brow anymore. It takes me about 30 seconds per brow. So if anybody's thinking of getting microblading done or ombre brows, and you're lacking in the hair department in your eyebrows, I definitely recommend it. It was nearly painless because of the lidocaine cream they put on. Granted, it was a little bit pricey, but the touch-up was like a fraction of the cost, and they did just as much as they did the first time. So I am really loving my brows right now. I feel like I could leave the house without any brow makeup on and I would be fine. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now go have yourself an awesome day.